themselves, it's Sivir is a late game. You're not really in a position to out-team fight that, let's say, ever, when you reach 6 items on both sides. So AL have got the super scaling here.
Tarzan comes in, gets his groceries, and heads out, but Rookie did end up having the first move here. A little bit of Ishtal's impact over the wall. Not going to hit into the wall, though, so he doesn't get the wall bait. Now Shanks is over here. The stun comes through. The worst round is there. Tarzan going to block off, and first blood goes to AL. Now AL trying to get away. They do end up getting Tarzan down. Rookie's getting burned to the ground by Flandra, but it goes down to Shanks, who gets a double kill, and now the Shy will have to dash away. A double kill for Shy.
Getting a really
here it comes.
trade. Scarfall.
Grand Starfall coming in, but he wants to try to get the kill back. He gets the turret shot, and Flandra and Tarzan combine to take down the Shy.
Yeah, just if Tarzan flubs that, it's a pretty big disaster. They do get the opportunity, though, IG, to look at this dragon down on the bot side, but it might not be as easy as they think.
Rookie showing the newbie the moves. I guess not the newbie, the journeyman. But it is IG getting kind of pushed out. It is going to be the flash by Rookie, but the Weaver's Wall coming right back in. They want to try to get Shanks right back. Going to flash out at Seismic Shove just to get away from that engage. Kyle in some trouble. Going to pop the exhaust there in the end. ACL or current LTA, current NACL, and current ERL players. And they get to tell you how they would approach the situations. And speaking of approaching situations, Tarzan about to approach a death situation as Needlework has been popped. The double impale comes through. The equalizer's been popped there as well. Kyle goes ahead and goes unbreakable. IG trying to fight this one out. The shots coming across from Gala, and we are starting to see IG find some good team. A beautiful flash from Hope, though. The Deadly Flourish comes in. Gala finally slows up, finally gets something. The Boomerang Blade! The triple kill for Hope. Now Kyle's trying to get away from Way, but he's going to be chased down by the Ishtal impact and taken down, munched on like a big old honk of beef. They might be able to move in here and contest this, though. Kyle is front and center. Look at the flank, though, that Mako might have here. Trying to find an angle. Shank's going to walk into it, and here comes the Shattering Strike into the crash down. Seismic Shove goes wide from Rookie. That feels mega bad. Now IG trying to get the re-engage. Big little Magnet Storm coming in. The double kill goes through, though, on the side of Hope. He finds 2 more quick kills. Flandra is forced out of fight. Kyle's getting a little bit low. Grand Starfall comes in back line. Tarzan is trying to find Rookie. Gets the flash Q play, and they are making mincemeat out of IG. 1 more stun hits, and Hope, Tarzan combine for 4 more kills on the side of AL.
And it's like Split 2 never left them. AL was so frequently just a really strong skirmishing team. And in the top side around that Rift Herald, that's exactly what they provide. Once again, finding that early engage. I mean, a whiff really from Rookie as the Seismic Shove goes wide. They could have changed the course of that fight had they been able to one-shot Shanks. But look at what AL get after this. They get a tier 1 turret top, 8 of them in his back pocket, or in as contribution from him more so, the most on the team. So Tarzan making good on that B1 pick.
And that's what I love in these kinds of moments, because you do have that step up from Tarzan, and he's somebody who we were, softly criticizing coming into this series, saying he hasn't been the same kind of influential jungle. I mean, this man took the standard and flew it far forward, at least for AL in split number 2. He's the guy that was leading the charge. And now in this game number 1 against IG, he definitely is in that position again. We'll see IG just running for the hills, but unfortunately those hills, they have eyes, and they are peeled for AL as they find 2 more. They get another one, though. Nice Seismic Shove on the Shanks. The Shy has TP, but the TP response from Flandra trying to come over and save the combo here. Hope getting snipped down, though. Equalizer's not going to be enough. Hope gets equalized himself. Big shutdown going over, and the Shy's flank TP comes out aces.
Yes, we're 2 for 2 overall, and a very start this up. Spellbook TP on one side, Talia TP on the other. They know this is happening, Mazel.
They do. It's getting low. Can Mako get the smite out? I don't believe he can. And that will end up being
standings. Getting any form of advantage over the enemy jungler is quite the boost.
It makes me so happy to see Tarzan kind of back.
Being up and Shanks being so strong. Shanks having that 3rd item, I think, completed, if I spotted it right, as he walked out of the base. Never mind.
Yep, there it is.
Infinity Edge finished for Hope at the least. So
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It's not like they're weak at this point here, Mazel.
And I love it, because we had that fight on bot side for no reason. We're about to get a fight as well for no reason, because there's no objective up Baron, but we want to contest in the mid lane, and we immediately contest on the Way. Way is getting chunked. He's the tank. He is down. Tarzan didn't lose any health there. Rookie wasn't able to do anything for Way. And Kyle just running amok in the back line. The equalizer, the red line that IG had to cross to their death. and that's immediately the push in the mid lane for AL.
And just Sivir shreds. That's all it is. We talked about the fact that Wei is going to get outscaled
They win.
as this Skarner. And you might be right here, Marcel. 30 seconds,
No
rookie,
way.
30 seconds on the Shy. How does Gala defend this solo?
No freaking way, Jin! He can't! There's no way! AL, after going down 2-0 in heartbreaking games against IG earlier in this split in round number 1, they come out and deliver a haymaker straight to the jawline of Invictus Gaming. It's slow, it's steady. They might not be able to finish it at the end, and they do. It's game 1.
So easily. Okay, so to dive into what my issue is with both of these compositions, AL have picked 3 tanks and Corki, which means that they are very... And now on this top side as well, Shy gets interrupted.
Oh no, if this goes off to the decimating smash first blood for AL, the execution bar has been reached by one, but not the other. Now hoping Kyle getting revisited on this bot side. The wave will be there. Kyle going down. The way shots, one more, and it's a trade back. You'll take those as AL.
I'm taking... Gonna need to try and find those engages with Mako, with Wei following up in the Shy as well. If those 3 things connect all together, Tarzan.
Low coming down, double hit with the keeper's verdict, and that's why you give Tarzan the poppy. He is an expert, and he does execute it well. They do start up the grubs.
Looking at the minimap though, all 5 members from both teams are here. IG snipe 1.
Instantly onslaught coming through from Flandra. They're going to move in. Shank coming in as well. Heroic entrance is available. The Grubs are the focus. IG want to move in with the Shy coming in now with the backline access. Grubs are still focused in for both teams. It's going to be 2 for 1 in favor of IG. Flandra is trying to get away in that bottom side of the fight, but AL are stuck in the pit like fish in a barrel. Who wants to pull the play? The Temper Fate comes through. The cease and desist. The Heroic entrance, but it's on the wrong side of the fight. They are completely split. Hope has left them, and Hope misses the boss bomb. Meanwhile, AL still find picks in the middle of the pit. It's going to be Shanks helping get one back for Tarzan, but chaos in a 4 for 4 early game.
Okay, AL and Kyle in particular there, a really shaky fight on the board, unfortunately. Allows
we like to go to yard sales, and that's where Flandra is right now. Yard sales are great. If you haven't been to a yard sale, go to a yard sale. Dragon does finally go down 13 minutes into the game. From the Shiny, gets away with the public execution shield coming through after the ability usage.
Yeah, my favorite thing, I did this with Slayer, is highlighting how much damage Flandra's built and making that a cause for why the Shy's being chunked out. And then you look at the damage items. It's actually...
the flash play from Tarzan. They actually get the play onto Wei. He is trying to get out, but he didn't use the steadfast presence fast enough. Wei gonna flash away. He's using the turret now. AL fumbling this dive a little bit. They do end up taking him down in the end.
Yeah, making sure that the Scion is the one that tanks is just a really important part there. They do that. They find the kill. And again, it's a nice little pickup for AL. All started, really, with Flandra just having the better of the Shine, the 1 versus 1. Remember, this Scion was picked first, so this is a counter pick that the Shy theoretically is out to safety from Kyle, this time doing its job perfectly. Does allow for the escape to come through. Now, though, IG looking to extend the play on the top side. Shanks knows he's being sacrificed.
Oh, really nice little play there, but still means his life will be forfeit. Slowly but surely, somebody's got to finish him, right? As Mako goes in, does end up losing him, but gets the kill back in the 1 for 1. The turret will end up falling, though, in favor of IG.
So look at what's happening on the bot side of the map. Dragon just spawned. And importantly, actually, Gala are able to defend the mid-tier 1 turret. Only a small amount of damage goes down, as we see in the picture-in-picture that there was a teleport cancelled by Flandra, so expect an advantage to come through there. Tarzan.
Okay, Tarzan in 1v2 right now. Does have teammates coming his way, though. Taking a 1v2, and Tarzan almost killed Rookie. Kyle comes in and saves him. Tarzan goes a little bit golden with the Tempered Fate, and they get the play. Tarzan, what an absolute Chad. The New Age Jungle King struts his stuff in front of IG.
And it's the Bash Bros again. Kyle and Tarzan step up and might make the play happen on the bot side. Oh, in that top lane, in fact, it's really solid stuff from them as we see the save come through from Kyle. We see Tarzan, a Bash Bro through and through as Hope.
Oh. Hope almost dying, ends up having a barrier, and now they both extend. Kyle getting chunked. The Mystic Shot not going to connect. True Shot Barrage goes a little bit wide. Mako getting chunked by the Rockets, and both sides limp away, bleeding.
Yeah, that's an Ezreal's. But actually, with that win in the mid lane for IG, they're the ones that are able to go into the Dragon and set up to take it down quite quickly, putting themselves 2-0 with an Ocean Soul on the Rift this time round here, Mazel. It's not nothing that they found these couple
wasn't
of
able to find impact. Cease and desist goes down for Way, and IG just lose the Atacon.
Mako and the Shy, though, they're still fishing. Kyle going to be the first one to go back through, tries to face check.
Tries to, just gets popped, blossomed as the heroic entrance comes in. Kyle's still alive, and now Hope is chunking with the rockets as the big buckler comes through from Tarzan, does it into finding the kill. Tarzan is in the middle of everybody, gets publicly executed right in front of his friends.
And there are 4 people sat waiting in the brush.
Well, now we're getting set up for the next dragon. Would be soul point for IG. That's so much decision-making power, and they're going to move into the mid lane, take this out first to try to get that
outside
power.
of your AD carry. It means you are pigeonholing all of your tools really into
getting spotted on the flank. IG moving in. It's been a little bit of that tug of war that we set up between the two teams, but this time holistically between the two ahead of this dragon. As AL now start this up. Shanks trying to keep body on the Shy. We're going to get set up here by IG. Rookie trying to get his stun combo going. Flandra as the tank. Way sneaks into the back of the pit. Tarzan realizes something might be going on, but he has left the Shy with an entrance into the fight. Way is not in, but he has the blast cone. Comes back in. Flash is not going to be used. He's not going to get in range, and AL will take the dragon. They're going to try to get away. The Keeper's Verdict used. The Shy gets tempered faded as Hope was the target, but now the Shy will get that dead bullseye stuck right to his forehead as Way comes in. Trish Uprock flashed out by Hope. Hope is still alive. You cannot kill the Hope of AL. It lives strong in all 5 members.
Mako's going to be able to bail out, run for the hills, get chased down eventually. But AL, they know what their composition does. They know what it needs to do as well. And they will turn tail and head toward the Baron. Here comes Rookie, though, looking to try and stop this.
Rookie flashing away. He used everything right there. Was able to get out, but the unstoppable onslaught coming through, and Tarzan comes back over the wall. AL, they have realized that IG have overextended, and Rookie makes a mistake, and he pays dearly for it.
But now this is a case of actually what can Gala do, it looks like. If he can buy time for Way to get out onto the map, for the Shy to get out onto the map. Actually, Rookie sacrificing his life.
He just doesn't have the damage just yet. As you see, pretty strong setup for the Corki for Hope, but now it's pretty strong setup for the Baron for AL. They might have overextended though. Dice double decimating smash coming through from Flandra.
Mako.
Pop blossom from Mako. Doesn't matter in the end. He's getting low, but they already take the fight back. Again, it's the protect the Hope comp, and Hope is still alive, but he's left out. They've left him by himself with the Shy in his eyes. Is he able to get out? Whoa! IG's plans have gone to dust. The best laid plans of mice and men crumble before the might of AL.
Tarzan, though, Keeper's Verdict sends away Gala, who's doing a lot of work in this fight. Mako, sure to fall once again. Mages to execute, just falls to Flandra. Again, for AL, it's all about keeping the Corki alive. They did that this time, but I'm still scared for them hitting this Baron. I think they did enough damage, and it just means that AL can use their HP to get themselves just enough to find a way through the game. If Hope turns his attentions towards a defensive item on 4, maybe a Bloodthirst, and maybe even looking for a Guardian Angel. And the siege onto this top tier 2, IG looking to stand firm around it.
Some poking coming in from Hope. AL, the biggest thing that they can do is kind of split off and leave Hope by himself. That happened last time, but he was still able to survive with the help of Shanks. Luckily, he can always come calling. As turrets are going to start falling apart, mid lane tier 2 goes down, at least top lane tier 2 goes down. Rookie is the engaged target. He's going to flash away from the decimating smash. Tarzan found a double knockup, and this guy's mechanics on Poppy are next level. He finds another double knockup there, and it secures a kill for AL. They try to move forward now. Gala has finally found his place and is trying to pepper them down, but the wave, the minions, they're too strong. Tarzan gets engaged on now. He's going down low, but he's not dead yet. Finally goes down to the Shy. He tries to get the backline access, but Hope is still pumping. And what was the moniker? If you can't kill Hope, you can't do anything against AL. And they will find another vicious victory over IG.
It's a triple kill for Hope, but it's an MVP fight from Shanks and Tarzan. Tarzan starts it off, and Shanks distracts the backline from IG. They will take the series, they will take down IG, and they will stop them in their tracks.
they deliver them straight to that end of the win streak here. The IG were looking for 4 in a row, looking to push the tippy top of Group Ascend, but AL, they're on their runs.
For what could happen in that bot lane.
Looks like it's going to be the rel that we thought was going to come through, so having a nice primary engager with the Wukong
Split
follow.
2, he was maybe the best part of this Weibo roster, but frequently some of the reasons why they're getting caught out, and maybe he finds himself in a little bit of trouble. And in split number 3, it's not really been anything great. His light now chunked out. So I'm going to heal from Crisp and an attempt to defend this bot side.
Oh boy, we have a level 1 Fiesta going on. The problem is, Xiaohu's not really able to get into this fight. On is at half HP. Now Xiaohu is going to throw some rocks at Knight, but this blue buff is going to be slightly delayed. Tien will instead adjust and go to the Gromp.
Okay, Bin is now walking up level 1 at Breathe, has E start, so can look quite aggressively on this Ambessa.
Goodness me. Tien set up for a dive here.
Hello.
He's going to cancel On's back using the pillar.
Xiaohu will do it using the wall.
Yep. All right. See what you
Yeah,
got,
only
Weibo
bot
Gaming.
base.
Can you execute this? Double knockup is there. Crisp has to flash out. They're going to be able to find Elk for first blood, but now Knight is in from behind. Nobody's tanking up a turret yet, though. Knight is able to only get a little bit of damage down, so really clean play from Weibo.
Honestly, a very solid performance and a very solid dive by Weibo there. They find Elk, which is the important target. He doesn't burn Flash, so he's still got that when he recognizes that there's nothing really for him to do. But he loses out on a lot of that wave, and again, we talked about the fact that for BLG, they'd spent so long swapping around and putting LG out map move them. And now Crisp even on this bot side looking to bin.
All right, Ben forced to walk off. Everything's okay there. As Knight is going to hit the between worlds. They're going to look for Xiaohu. Is on his way. Good sidestep, too. Xiaohu, his goose is cooked, man. Weaver's wall is not going to be up in time. He does not really have the mana either. Close to the turret. Yeah, he's just cooked. He's just done. He had nowhere to go. Knight just going to get a kill.
I guess it was about trying to make sure the Rel didn't get an assist, and in fairness, a little bit of fire currently on this bot side. Bin looking to be the focus, but look at the minimap. On's on his way. This probably stops them.
Comes to there, teleport coming through. It's a good seismic shove as Bin has forced the flash away. He will be able to survive.
On Q flash there misses, means that they're not able to find an attempted trade kill
Weibo
back.
foiled once again by BLG.
I think that's really overzealous from Crisp. I'm going to be honest, I don't think there's ever a world where you kill Knight there, but the fact that they've gone for the play does net them a lot of time alone with this turret.
Whoa,
Take
boy,
3.
here we go, diving again. Magnet Storm is there, Light's going to fly in. It's going to end up being a 1-for-1 when the dust settles.
And they'll be able to find this turret down on the bot side, you'd like to think, with Kraken plus Trundle plus 3 Grubs as well. This will be Weibo taking first brick, taking that 1-for-1.
Crisp is here in the area trying to clear out this ward, but he's going to land a pulverize there. No seismic shove to be had, but this does force BLG off of the Dragon Ring.
Shadow has PvE'd his way up to a Trinity Force, where Tian's done it the traditional jungle way of finding at least a couple of assists, ethical jungling, getting those couple of kill participation. But now BLG a little bit more reinforced, looking to start this up. There are no TPs from our top lane, so this is a 4 versus 4.
On a split off, that doesn't mean he can take a creative angle. He doesn't have Hex Flash or anything. Big
double flip.
Seismic shove. Dragon's going to be secured. Shadow once in. He's going to knock up 2, and he's going to look for a little bit more. On, disrupted on the knockup, and he's going to get blown up immediately as Weibo want more. Elk is going to be able to dash up the wall. Here's the Weaver's wall, and that means big trouble for Shadow as he goes down 2. Weibo Gaming take the fight, and they're going to look for Knight next.
And they've just got that front line that's just a little bit better. Crisp is able to stand strong, and Knight dancing around here, gets hit with the pillar.
Oh, he's got good damage. He's going to flash away, but nobody's really there to help him. His ultimate's not up for 5 more seconds, and with all these rocks getting thrown into space, he will not have a chance as Xiaohu gets his third.
Have his ulti because Weibo burned it on a prior bot dive, and all of those things just add up a little bit too much.
Here we go, another pick, and On just gets
07,
removed
brother
from
on.
his side of the map. A seismic shove, a headbutt,
That's more reminiscent
and a
of what we
kill
saw
over to Light as the Rip
from
Herald.
BLG. My internet did a little bit of something funny there. Apologies to everybody if that ended up causing some problems.
Well, another seismic shove here as the Between Worlds is
What is
gone.
happening?
Weibo Gaming, they're just picking up kills for free.
I mean, and this is Chris again. I want to say having a little bit of a masterclass on the Alistair, just finding people, knocking them into danger, and killing them pretty much without any confusion. Xiaohu's been along for the ride as well, 100% kill participation for the mid laner of Weibo Gaming. quite rightly getting this, 15-minute MVP award that, I mean,
my goodness.
Find Shadow on the top side. Has he got wall? Can't chase him down. Back him to being this really close fight, or where Weibo starts to run away with it.
Yeah, and if you're BLG and the fight doesn't look good, just let it go, because you do have these late game carries that you can rely on. Park the bus a little bit, because you do have, again, those first 2 dragons. It's okay. You've bought yourself an extra 10 minutes of gameplay at worst. We are going to see Rift Herald and Teleport getting used in the mid lane here, as Weibo really investing into taking down this dragon.
Yeah, I was going to say, this all just says, we want this dragon. If they wanted to, they could stand, they could look for the tier 1 turret. See Shadow take away the Raptors, might have looked take away the smokes as well, but...
Post spellbook, sometimes it means that, hey, you really can't go for that Hex Flash, and that means this engage is going to be a little bit harder, because this Otacon is getting burnt down below 7,000 HP. We'll see if BLG actually want to get in there. I know that Otacon shreds a whole lot, but they won't actually be able to, as Weibo get it for free.
And Yanni, I think they want to get in there. I think the problem is that they can't. That trying to contest there is just so difficult. They have to walk through Trundle Pillar, through Talia, launching pebbles at them, through Void Seekers from the Kai'Sa as well. And the second that the jungler gets close, he gets headbutted away, and then immediately we see another ulti on the top side.
Well, another public execution, but the minions stayed alive. So now it's time for Bin to try to turn this around onto Breathe. Just not any damage coming out from this Gwen right now. Is Breathe looking to step on some of these honey fruits, but Bin can heal up just a little bit. Light is now showing up to the party. Shadow is here. Light ults over the wall. Might find himself in a little bit of trouble. Bin's trying to get away. Shadow going to follow up on the Light. Here comes On. They're going to be able to find the Kai'Sa. Now they're going to turn on to Breathe. Tien on the way. Drops the pillar to try to get Breathe out of there, but On and Shadow are sticking on him. Here comes Crisp, trying to bodyguard. Breathe will find a way out, but it is one scaling when you look at the Yunara, when you look at the Gwen, compared to just LPL Kai'Sa for Light. But On, once again, just going to get ticked off here. Again, it's the problems that he's had from Split 2 rearing their head again here.
Yeah, just I mean, a little too far forward. Where's his team?
50 damage.
It's a bit like Zeri almost, if people are a little bit unfamiliar with the Yunara kit. When your ulti's up, you're doing really well. As soon as that goes down...
All right, well, we're going all in on Crisp. That's the issue. And Knight has been found On trying to get a good engage on here, but Elk is free hitting, but Breathe is now on the back line, misses the public execution, and now he's caught in the middle of 5 members. They're going to be able to shut him down. BLG will force Weibo away.
And they're looking like they're heading up towards the top side here. I mean, with Kai'Sa with a Ginsu, it's not out of the realms of possibility that they can shred the Baron when it spawns, but there's 50 seconds on the timer for that. It's the tier 2 turret that they're looking for. And they might be able to get it, but they're going to lose the dragon. BLG are going to get themselves up to Soul Point, and it's an instance where Elk is free hitting in these fights, where actually the fact that Knight goes low isn't particularly important, because he uses his ulti in the middle of the fight. He puts down a ton of damage, and that is what Weibo can do with that timer that BLG spent on them doing the dragon.
The flash out has been sticking on him. A lot of big health bars for Weibo. They just need to find a way to turn the fight, give Light some purchase to be able to hit these guys. Shadow being forced away, down below half HP as Light rifles away. Breathe gets that kill, and Weibo want more. They smell blood in the water. Crisp is getting forced away. Bin able to hop over the wall and escape. But Weibo, what will they do?
They'll settle for the kill on Shadow and really care. And they're just going to net the Baron off of this. One pick, one fight that just barely goes Weibo's way. BLG has
just content to say, hey, we don't want you getting soul. We do see an exhaust down on the Knight. Crisp gets stunned, but he fights through it. Looks for more. On, going to pull him in with a Magnet Storm as Crisp is getting lower, and Shadow got stunned on the side, and he's low, and he's dead. Light takes him out. Can Weibo find more? Public execution doesn't land, but Knight goes back to back on the Between Worlds, breaking their ankles, and now Bin looks for more. Tien is low, so is On, but Bin gets stunned and is taken down by Breathe. Light flies in, he finds On. Here comes Xiaohu looking to kill Elk. Seismic shove, but he's still alive, and he's hitting, but he's the only one alive, and he will fall. It is an ace for Weibo.
And with the Baron at their back, surely they can look to just take so many structures in the base here. Why aren't they just looking for the game, it feels like? 35 seconds on Knight, 35 seconds on Elk. You have double carries, just end the game.
Shadow is up in 7. I guess that's what they're worried about.
Yeah, fine. They'll take the Drake, they'll stop it, they'll put themselves in the way they anticipated themselves being. This is the safe play by Weibo, and it keeps them very forward. you then can't look to pop them on this Aurora, which is one of her key strengths. It also means that with not having really the HP bar to defend,
don't allow Weibo Gaming to try to take anything for free.
Mortal Reminder built for Elk. Knight, no ulti, no
No,
flash.
no, Knight just pushed up too far, and he's gonna go down.
A criminal mistake, really, from the BLG mid laner, especially without your ultimate. You can't go for that wave, but Chris wants even more.
On has to flash up, but guess what? He's gonna die soon too. Will be able to find a way out, but again, that's another major cooldown on this Rel gone.
Yeah, a rare blunder from the BLG mid laner, one of the players who we talked about being, you know, such a linchpin. For 30 seconds time, we look at those items. Mortal Reminder finished for Elk, 3 items finished for Knight. It's not like they're weak if they find these fights. It's about getting into position to do the damage in itself.
Yahoo is going to teleport over to the mid lane here. He's careful, he doesn't have a flash. He's going to see him engage on the On here. They're going to try to turn around on CM. Maybe looking for Breathe over on the side, but On just gets blown up. There's nothing that BLG can do. And now it's a 5v4. Shadow gets to the back line, but it might be too little too late. Breathe pulling the attention of multiple members on the other side. Shadow will fall with nobody around him to save him. Crisp going in, not quite landing. That pulverizes Bin, looking to take over this fight. He's all alone, but he's chopping away at Crisp like a steak knife. It's a 4v3.
Removes the front line, removes the engage from Weibo. I don't think that it's enough. Shadow's down. They've not really got any range to work with. Light just needs to land one W really, and that can really turn the tides of the whole thing.
Bin got slowed. Tiana's just going to try to run him down. Bin needs to try to turn this around, but survive at the same time. It's tough. You have to do two different things, and you want to do both of them, but he's going to get caught by the seismic shove and die anyway.
Xiaohu has been on point with these shoves. Secondary engage for Weibo that we didn't know that they needed.
He's had a couple of oopsies on side waves, but honestly, you know that Xiaohu has got that great pedigree, and he hasn't just shown it this year. That's the issue, but here in game 1 against BLG really showing up. Now the question is, can BLG fight back with a double cyclone there as Weibo pushed up a little too far, but they actually can't close out on any of these kills.
Breathe and Tien able to just barely stand firm between a little bit of health, a little bit of healing from the Subjugate and the Ambessa shielding on top of the Eclipse as well, able to actually get out to safety. I thought that might be a bit of a turning point. Maybe that would be the way for BLG to find their way back into the pit, but Xiaohu found some great damage onto On. He's got Spellbook TP, he's going to go back to base, try and get back into this. The Dragon is denied, and BLG should just leave. This isn't a fight that they want to try to take. If they can get Shadow in for a steal, then great. And take him down, and they're not able to contribute to those fights, and he also can't be the engaged then that his team needs.
Do we think that maybe it's worthwhile for Knight to pick up a far side alteration instead of a sweep? I mean, you know, Aurora wants those flanks, but you have to make sure that On has a clear path.
It's a tricky situation, really, because what are they looking to ward up to? They've got a very clear one-way in, one-way out situation when you're penned into your base like this. Bin hops forward.
Yeah, over the wall. Yeah, Bin said, hey, we need to do something, guys. But he quickly gets denied. Knight going to take a lot of damage himself as the siege is on. The bottom inhibitor turret will fall. Crisp once more.
Oh, that's Xiaohu's flash as well.
Won't be able to get it, but yeah, that is a big flash burn on both sides. Right, the bot, they will be able to spot out public execution. They get on top of Knight. Knight's got to hop over the wall, breathe, say okay, as the Weaver's wall is down now too. These are some big cooldowns worked by Weibo for nothing.
Elk has no ult. Elk has no ult though, and this Yunara now, you know, we talked about it being a bit Zeri cop-out, where if you don't have Yunara ult, if you don't have Zeri ult, you're 60% of the champion. Now without the ultimate, yeah, that's the same case for Yunara. But Weibo, they're sending members already up to it, and that slightly desync time of that 15 seconds was all they needed.
All right, we're going to see them go in on the Crisp here, but it's just not enough. He's chunked to just over 50%. On's over on the side. He has that flash available. Could be his time to make the big engage that we've been waiting for. But BLG are completely forced off. Weibo death balling around.
They don't have a way to get into the fight, though. Yes, you'll see a great fight or a great flank potentially from On. He might be able to catch Weibo off guard.
Bin isn't going to grab this wave. Knight isn't going to grab this wave. A lot of worries on the side of BLG here just because they have such a distinct lack of vision, but here we go. Crisp is going to get engaged on, taking below half HP as Elk does so much damage at this point.
Yeah, and he had no ulti, Crisp, importantly. He is now back up and available, but in that brief overlap, there was no ultimate ready.
They're just
See
ripping
these
it.
W's from Light. They're on a
There's teleporting to the
timer.
base. Breathe is teleporting into the base. Here we go. The fight's going to start. They're going to immediately blow up on. And Weibo looks for more. Guess who's in the base? It's Breathe. Bin is teleporting back in himself. But now it's an odd man out. Shadow's going to secure the Baron.
Recall.
But BLG are stuck.
Get out of
Elk
there,
is
BLG.
stuck. He dashes to the side. He manages to find one. Shadow is in the back. He's waffling around what he wants to do. Elk is going to flash away, try to stay alive, but he gets hit with the seismic shove, and now Light gets close to Knight because of it, and they blow him up. Shadow goes over the wall, but guess who's golden? It's Light. The knockup is there. It's the damage. They do find Knight, and he flashes over the wall, but Tien is going to immediately chase after him and take him out too, as Weibo win the fight but lose the Baron.
Bin needs to desperately clear minions. This is going to be at the very minimum double inhib falling. Zhao, who has teleport to get back into the base. It's about what can Bin do in the face of 3 angry Weibo Gaming topside members. With a Baron at his back, can he hold the line for 30 more seconds? He's got On at his side as well here, but there's still so long on the carries respawning from BLG.
On does have exhaust, keep that in mind, so it will be big on either one of these targets that want to chop down these turrets. They're going to look for Breathe first, as Tien is going to continue to hit away. Here goes the first turret, it's going to fall. On goes in, has Bin trying to get the damage that he can, but he's got to go golden. On is stuck in the pillar, Bin fades back and he heals a ton!
Flush.
He heals a ton, but he can't get any farther forward, as Xiaohu putting down the rock stuns him and allows Tien to walk. He's now in the Chicken's pit. Crisp once in, he's been stunned. Shadow goes in. Crisp getting bursted. Seismic shove there. The Shadow is so low, he's burning away, but he does have that GA. He will stay alive for right now. Has been once in 2. A lot of Weibo health bars are healthy, and there's the public execution taking the GA. Here comes the Weaver's wall as well. Big double knockup coming through. As Bin is in trouble on the side, he's gonna go golden. Light flies in. He's full HP as he's looking to do damage and he gets bursted out. He's gone golden. Bin and Elk are just running the fight. Knight on the backside too. Elk pushing forward with the auto attacks, and BLG win the fight. 3 for 2 and are looking to maybe end the game.
They've got a wave in the mid lane and they've got redemption in their eyes for Unara on Elk. He lost the game against AL, lost that series, but they'll be damned if they're going to let that happen 2 days in a row.
And in the blink of an eye, Weibo goes from in BLG's base to in their own on the back foot. Breathe still has this GA. He's going in, but he slides out. He's waiting for this energy to come back up as big chunks have gone down onto Bin, onto Knight, onto Elk. The slow is there too. Breathe once more. He's got public execution up very soon, and if he lands it, it's bad news for BLG. He's got the Drake count step. You have to sidestep the ultimate. Who's he gonna go for? Bin can use his W to block it if he wants, but Breathe still pushing forward. Comes in a 50-minute banger. That's gonna be determined by an Elder Dragon as they've started it up. On is nowhere close to his team. He needs to get close. BLG are completely split off. Knockups on the back. They're going to try to burst out Crisp, and here comes Bin using his ultimate, trying to cut them down, but he misses the last one. Elk getting tagged up, but here is the engage. Shadow is in, but Breathe finds Elk. Elk's in trouble. He's down to the pit. Light is free hitting. He's up against Bin, and he gets it done, and he's going to res. That's a problem for BLG as Weibo take the Elder. They run the fight. They win the game.
Weibo destroy BLG in a 50-minute banger, Yanni. It is 95,000 gold that they've picked up, but Weibo got the soul at their backs. They get the Elder in the back half of this. And now, with the longest game of this split for Weibo, they will take game number 1, everybody.
It's always a banger in the LPL, boys, because this game is over. Nexus exposed, nobody up. GG Weibo Gaming.
That you pop off, it's effectively an Amumu without the stun, but typically that does a lot more damage. And then you've got this really, not necessarily difficult laning phase, I don't think. I think that the range...
If you're Elk, obviously, this wave coming in, it's more so a little even, but Bin is continuing to get CS leads over Breathe. Here comes a knockup and a dive. His Shadow is there. Light is in trouble, trying to dance around the turrets, but it's just not enough. It'll be first blood going over to Elk.
Yeah, and there's some of the spells all burned
They
by...
will eventually get this dragon, but again, it's so late that stacking, you would say, would typically be abandoned. However,
before their season ends and before they go into the off-season, so any win that they can get to push themselves into the top 4, especially a sniper way against BLG, is going to be really important.
Here we go. We're going for a full dive here. Multiple ultimates popping. Xiaohu's trying to stay alive. They force the flash out of Shadow. And here comes Tien. Knight is a little bit low, but Shadow is just caught on the backside, slammed into the wall, and he is just in no man's land. And they're going to give this one over to the Silas. Meanwhile, Weibo Gaming maybe wanting a little bit more here. Crisp stepping up very far. And we'll be able to slide out. Tien going to walk up, tank everything up, flash, impale. Yeah, that's not the one, buddy.
Yeah,
As,
On did flash it as well.
He did. They did burn a critical summoner there. Gen continues to push forward. Elk is going to drop the ultimate down, but the question is, do you have enough damage at this point in the game? Here's Xiaohu and a teleport coming in. Scripps can't quite land the knockup. There's a good Tibbers, and Knight is going to be able to flash away. Bin joins the fight. Light is cooked right now as BLG completely turn it on its head. And here comes Sion. He's doing a little bit of damage here. Will knock up Bin on the side, but Xiaohu is just so low right now. And Breathe doesn't really bring much value into this fight. The question is, can Bin actually get a kill? And I think the answer is no.
Yeah, just not quite able to take down the Lumberjack here as we get to see a little bit of a glimpse, really, of what Elk can do in these team fights. He's constantly pumping damage, able to... And I think that Xiaohu here, with a rare miss on these skill shots, looks for Knight instead of going for Elk, because Midnight Light's dead.
Yeah, he's just instantly gone, and Crisp burns his ultimate, and they get nothing as BLG...
Hextech Drake is live. Got 4 members down on this bot side. They've got Bin already tearing through another turret. This is BLG starting to come away with a really solid advantage and honestly putting the screws to Weibo in this game.
We have these early leads and kind of bungle them a little bit. Weibo Gaming getting punished for their hubris though and their over-aggression. We are going to see an Impale go down as they're going to target out Elk here. He gets driven back, and that's a big kill for Xiaohu.
And again, it's the Silas getting a hold of the gold. The AD carry that is going to be the linchpin of this BLG roster.
Without a doubt, Xiaohu is going to find himself immediately in trouble. He's going to be able to dash out, but a nice play there to pop the blast plant. The Kingslayer won't save you. Bin is now 2-0 in the Goon squad of the top side. I mean, at least Xiaohu is playing well this time. And he's 3-1 in this game, but you think that if Light was playing optimally in this one, that Weibo would be in a much better spot.
Stolen away, Zeri ulti means again. Big nuke from Xiaohu. You see Tien and Crisp working through the wings. It's not to be unmatched.
Hey, oh, nice play there by Honest. They managed to catch up to Skarner, and Tien is just dead. Crisp goes in, but there's just no follow-up to be had.
Yeah, Mel just able to find a quick pick there, and well played with his squad. Doesn't even use the ulti, so he's still able. BLG in a very, very solid position. They'll take the out of town, they'll take the kill, and Weibo say nothing about it.
Now let's see if Bin has something to say about this dragon take here. He's got an idea that it's going on as he sends a ghoul in for some scouting business, but it looks like he will back off and they will just let this one go and allow Weibo Gaming to break the dragon's line.
Buys them 5 more minutes, but I don't know what good 5 more minutes will do them.
Fight recovery questions. Please don't take my account. I really cherish it.
Never mind. My bad.
I have both Transcendent skins. I cherish this account. Anyway, Xiaohu going in here, trying to get some good damage down on the Shadow. He's got the Impale, pulling him away.
Oh, hold on, Xiaohu!
The first kill. Now Elk is going to be targeted. The exhaust is there, but the charm is not. The Light, though, flashing forward, looking to find out Xiaohu from an angle, and Weibo Gaming are doing it! They're doing it! BLG are throwing it away, and the Baron's been started, Rudude.
And they've just lost 3 people. They've lost their jungler. Xiaohu's fishing for Knight, who you don't imagine can do anything, really. This is just an Annie all on their own. Bin's able to push in the mid-wave, but Weibo, again, just in the blink of an eye, have found themselves in a position to take the Baron on spawn.
My goodness, man. BLG just overextending once again. And a lot of these guys are meatballs on the side of Weibo.
I'm a massive Annie hater, just known, really, but this is my fear for wires. Weibo here, they should be using this time to try and get gold back. They're still at a gold deficit.
It sucks to say, but these mistakes are costing them, and the longer the game goes, the more opportunity there are for mistakes.
Tien, though, walking in, has to face
hang
Gen.
on. Here's the mistake. They might have the damage to burst him out. He's going to flash away. They're going to try to chase him down. He will be able to find a way out of there, but this could be the dragon because here comes the teleport. Jungler's not going to be there. Xiaohu, though, is going in. He's got the Zeri ultimate, and he blows up on. It's a 4v4 for right now, but Tien elected to stay as this dragon has been started up. He doesn't have any camps to heal over. What's he doing?
They don't have anything to kill Elk with now, though. How are they going to get on top of the Zeri? And they don't have the HP to get Tien in, surely.
All right, well, they're just going to say, screw it, we're going in anyway. Xiaohu looking for damage on the bin. It's not a whole lot.
Oh, Elk pops
Knight
away.
still has the stun, but no anti-ultimate as the Dragon is going to be secured by Weibo as BLG.
Run!
Do not want it.
Elk hops over the wall there and just completely nullifies anything that he can look to do in that team fight. Crisp and Xiaohu, they're still... Good night!
Yeah, see you later. See you in the next fight, buddy. As, again, we talked about that lack of damage could be a problem, but guess what? Everybody's fine. The question is, can they blow up Xiaohu? He's got the Pop Blossom. It's huge damage as he's taken over, but he finally falls. It all goes to light now, but Shadow is just off in no man's land on the other side of the fight. Nobody was around for BLG to do anything more. As Weibo's Xiaohu, so strong this game, willing his team to victory.
But what can they get from this? They find 3 kills, but the map still looks bleak for them. Weibo needs to try and find a way in. Chris puts a control ward over the wall, and now they know that it's been started.
Yep, it's not particularly fast right now because Elk is just out here trying to poke these guys down, but I think BLG are just sticking to this right now. I'm not sure if that's the move. You do have Pop Blossom, you do have the ultimate from Elk as well, that lightning crash, but it's down below 3,000 HP. Tien is in the fight. Here we go for the flip, and Tien secures it. Win Baron Gaming secures it again. Here's the Impale, only on one member is its Shadow, but look on the side. On is forced out. It's going to be a 5v4 for right now, but On is trying to get in there. He does throw the clone at them and say, all right, it's time for me to get out. We'll buy some room for BLG. I think he's going to end that.
5 seconds before this Infernal Dragon spawns. Look at the bounties now on Weibo's side. If they lose this fight, that's a lot of gold that will go into the back pockets of BLG, but they're the ones that are engaging.
The Dragon's gone.
I breathe with 6,000 health.
Yeah, he's got 6,000 health. He's got a Titanic Hydra. We thought that, oh, Weibo might not have the damage. Breathe said, don't worry, boys, I'm bringing the damage. We see a little bit of jockeying for position here in the mid lane. On one sin, 5-man Pop Blossom. This has to be the fight, but guess who's fine? It's Xiaohu in the middle of the fight. He finds On and he goes golden, and Breathe is doing good damage. Xiaohu is looking for more, but he's stunned up, and now he's got to slide out. Tien dragging Bin back, but he flashes away. Breathe goes down. Weibo health bar's blinking, but Knight gets rooted up, and he's gonna live. Is he gonna die? Yes, he does. Tien flashes forward. Shadow goes in. He's looking for more. They manage to find one. Shadow goes in for more. Once again, he looks for light. BLG miraculously finding the ace, and they want to end.
It's a triple for Elk in the back half, and Tibbers, the MVP, just destroyed Weibo as they chased down the rest of the BLG members. It's a disaster for Weibo Gaming, and big long games are forcing us to a series decider.
What a crazy game. Yes, it might have been 15 minutes less, but it still had all the action, all the impact in a final fight, where Shadow redeems himself, where Elk comes up huge, Knight comes up. You can pull some of these champions for Weibo and it's bad news, but the good news is, if you manage to do it in a fight, you are blowing up everybody on Weibo. Pretty nice stuff there, able to at least disrupt the camp. The question is, can BLG actually do anything back? Knight is down the level right now. He is going to get rooted up. Tien, let's get a little bit closer. When becomes lightning will not connect, but it does force the flash out of Knight. Shadow is forced away, and now we see potential roam coming in as Chris wants to get there. He's going to use the portal over the wall, and they have found Knight, and Tien will get credit for that one for first blood.
Yeah, Wind becomes lightning and Victor becomes dead as he falls in the mid. Fortunately, I guess the problem has been bad breaks.
Tien's in a little bit of a pickle here. Knockup is there. He's going to get stunned multiple times. There's the permafrost. Knight is in good position here. Tien doesn't have flash up. He's just trying to run the knockup onto Shadow. Chris trying to keep him alive, and he does. Question is, how's the rest of the fight going to go? Xiaohu going to be the next target. He goes over, but he gets stunned by the permafrost. He's still alive, but so low, and Weibo eluded the grasp of BLG.
All right, well, okay, that's fine. Again, we're seeing some questionable plays as Bin and Breathe duke it out on this top side.
You're so done. See if he's actually here to cover Xiaohu. This is going to be a problem soon. Shadow landing that ultimate flush. The question is, can Xiaohu actually find a way out? Desperately running to Tien, but his flash is up. The Realm Warp is going to be used, but is not going to get him out, as the Meek have been cold.
Like that timing from Xiaohu there. He recognizes what CC can come through and knows that that's his only way to get out to safety. Unfortunately, Q comes back up from Bin, and
Nice topside river, and go ahead and get these grubs for Breathe and Zhao, who I'm sure they're more than happy to have.
Okay. Hook this time goes wide and Breathe.
You know,
quite
hang
rightly.
on. Plated steel caps, putting in work. Here we go, curtain call, hang on.
Okay.
Never mind.
He out over the wall?
It's Jover. It's John Bon Jover.
Yeah.
You guys won't get that. Both members of Prada are not from the US. Here we go. Fights coming. Root happening. On dead. Next target potentially going to be Elk here, but the traps are doing so much work.
We're chasing,
but
we're
so is the
chasing.
magical journey, but a teleport coming in from behind. It's
Double
dueling
TP.
teleports, but the slows are so impactful. Tiana's going to get rooted and stunned. Here comes the squad. Knight
Steel
immediately
guns,
looking
baby.
for damage, but Xiaohu right in his face, trading back. Light on his way, has that bullet time as well. Curious on what angle he wants to take. Even he's not sure. He's going to magical journey in. He's the first one. He flashes for the reposition, and the bullet time is perfect. And now Elk and Knight are in no man's land. But Crisp is low, and Blitz is here. The hook isn't, and Xiaohu is dead. And Light's got to run for the hills, and Crisp ain't going to be able to help his buddy out. Light is dead, but he gets one back on the other side.
Ah, this is LPL, baby. We are fighting for 0 in the top side. It's just, okay, you guys want to fight? Hell yeah. Okay, let's do it. And Victor has less distance to travel as well. So
Oh, picture in picture. Hang on, there's a hook on the dragon.
Drake.
There's stuff going on here. Who's dying? It's Jace who's in trouble. And he will fall as BLG pick that one up. And
Okay,
he
back
take the break with himself.
to the replay. Light takes a portal tap to immediately flash. And then Blitzcrank's back because they took so long to take this fight. And
now we're out of the replay.
We're going again.
Crisp is caught. Shadow looking to survive to make it rain for the slope, but Xiaohu can't get there fast enough, and now teleport coming in from behind. It's a battle royale. Ultimate knocks him away, but Light is stuck. Bin is going to look for priority targets. He's on TN. TN has to go into 5 to try to get his mid laner out of there, and BLG, it's coming up all them.
BLG are coming out
14 minutes into this game. We have Herald up in about a minute, and BLG are looking to put this game fully out of reach. They're going to make a nice side lane play on the Xiaohu. This guy is toast.
Give it to the Victor. Lovely stuff. And chat, we will take your hand and guide you through this game number 3. It does seem like BLG are on the way to victory. However, remember, this is big, long gaming. They will throw at some point. Something's going to go badly. And if this series is anything to go, a little bit at the very least. I'm sure this game isn't done.
Here's the time for them to try. Has been not realizing he's going to get dope. Oh yeah, they're sending everybody, but teleport's coming through. Tien, everybody was calling this play off, but Tien said, let's push forward. They're going to find Bin. Here's Shadow and Knight joining the party, and there's a big Arcane Storm doing a lot of damage. Stun on the other side of the fight. Breathe is dead. Knight has to flash away. Here comes the Realm Warp to get him out and maybe help out Chris. Elk waited, but he's got to flash up the wall. They turn it on to Shadow, take him out. Here comes the curtain call. Xiaohu trying to block for Light. Will be able to escort him out as Tien also escapes.
Goes a little bit wide there. Tien might get hooked. On. Okay, never mind.
We got slowed. Teleport coming in. He will be received by Bin as Weibo Gaming will just take the Herald that was generously leashed by BLG.
Okay. Second timer for that one to happen. We saw it at the Baron in game number 2. We see it for the Rift Herald in game number 3. Is Bin once again the focus.
All right.
And everybody's coming top. It's the same thing again.
Healing quite a bit. They're going to focus this turret, but the stun is out. The turret will fall. And Tien always once more. And guess what? They want all the smoke. All right. We do have a man advantage because Light can't link up, but it looks like BLG...
Sponsored by Manscaped hook right there. It's on not quite able to make that connection. I'm not going to get the tier 1 turret either, and the Herald may be going down. There's an opportunity that they'll take it. We're riding it in as well.
We're going to ride it in. All right, Twitch chat showing up to the party. You are helping Weibo Gaming win this game. Here's Knight. He's in trouble. Bullet time is down and uninterrupted. It's good damage, but they don't get anything back. They will trade it and get Crisp. And here comes the curtain call. Trying to hit some priority targets, but Tien actually can't interrupt this Jin. He's mired in the muck, and he's 4th shot and dead. That's a double kill for Elk and Bin on the flank, forces the flash of the Xiaohu, but he gets rooted. Another big play as Elk and BLG take over the fight.
And BLG just running amok as Weibo just get way too aggressive, trying to do far too much with that Herald. Because overall, Yanni, this game isn't really that far departed from one another. It's just that Elk has a 2.5k gold lead.
He's absolutely massive, my brother. 7-0 and 6. Already on 2 items before 20 minutes. And those completed boots, you can't forget about those. We're seeing Weibo clearing out a lot of these awards. BLG, remember, Blitzcrank can always make it hard. Here's the pull in. Oh, the tempered fake gonna keep him alive for right now, but the stun not gonna land. Tien getting fourth shot, but he's still alive. Breathe frontlining right now, desperately trying to get away, but he gets stunned up, knocked up, and it goes down as the Realm Warp will try to get him out. Just need to be able to escort our jungler out, and they will be able to do so, but BLG will take more control.
Yeah, and I think Xiaohu here trying to find the rest of your side lanes, really, to come out thriving.
Well, almost going to look for that hook angle, but elected not to. You see Shadow walk in here. He's going to take quite a bit of damage for himself. We're still waiting for an on-hook to hit a priority target. Good ultimate coming through, but the Temper Fake doesn't hit. Reed over on the side. Shadow is low. He's trying to escape, and they're trying to turn it around on Chris, but they just can't. Now teleport coming in on the other side. Curtain call coming through. A lot of members blocking this, but do they want to turn around? No. It'll just be an escape Realm Warp as BLG continue to have control.
Okay, again, a couple of skill shots and not optimal League of Legends being played here by both. They've got no Tempered Fate, they've got no Realm Warp to get out to safety, and no Crescent Guard to keep their jungler safe.
Shotgun Otacon, let's see if they can take it. It looks like they win. No,
Oh,
stolen!
no!
It's stolen! Shadow shows up! The Italian Stallion cooking these guys like pasta as Xiaohu has nowhere to go. 2-0 for BLG.
It's a disaster for Weibo. It was a shotgun that blew up in there.
To their Otacon woes. Allow the other team to start it and just have Shadow steal it.
That's the win. That's what we take away from this. Well, let's take another look.
For BLG. Can you actually blame them?
No,
Playing a
I
little too
can't. How about Weibo? We Baron Gaming, maybe.
We are, well, we die at Baron Gaming apparently right now as Tien has been permafrosted. With Tempered Fate means that Tien is actually still alive, but yeah, you talked about it. Light's damage is in the negatives right now. I mean, he is almost healing these guys. Curtain Call coming out is going to slow up Chris. He has to flash away so he doesn't get permafrosted. Now do BLG start the Baron? This is like the people who drive like 30 miles an hour in the left lane. Like, you're just going too slow for your own.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. You see, the left lane is where we're supposed to drive slowly. So that's
the left lane is where we're supposed to drive fast, especially here in New Jersey. Later on today, I will be in the left-hand lane ripping 75 to 80 miles an hour, and I will be having people pass me for going too slow. BLG looking to turn up the pace. We're pulling off. No, we're going back on. Okay.
I mean, they surely have to commit now. They've got a good two-man doing this. It'll take them some time. Jin Sejuani, not the lethal barrel-taking duo that we're here, that we're looking for. I mean, Tien might die, actually, looking at the Knight's positioning. Okay.
Okay, we're good, finally.
Well done, BLG. Let's go. Now close the game. They have an 8k gold lead. They have Baron at their backs. They have a wave in the top lane, Yanni. What could go wrong?
Finish this one off. It is time. It is time to end it.
Wait, Yanni, should I do something disgusting?
Oh yes, let's hear it.
I'm gonna... BLG can't lose from this position.
Alright, let's see them put that to the test. I think you might actually be right this time around. Temper Fate is going to land. Elk not going to get stunned. Here's the Realm Warp. It's a fake out, though. We're going all the way, and here's the bullet time. It's a solid bullet time. They knock him out of it, though, is the problem. We see a couple of members down, and yeah, it's BLG not being able to lose from this angle. It's a 3-for-1 right now, and they're going to chase down and look for more members. Bin will wisely back off, but even Knight, we haven't talked about him a whole lot. So many assists, but that means he's big, too. Alright. Weibo just looking to try to survive, right? It's tough. It's tough right now. It is not a great time. 29 minutes into this game, BLG total control, 40 seconds until the last dragon. That should end the game. We do see a teleport coming in, multiple teleports in fact, because Shadow going to make good use of that summoner spellbook. BLG total control of the spot side, just getting down some of this vision here. So now sieging on this bottom tier 2. We see Elk and Bin on the way. Show for the rest of the team, this might be an opportunity for Weibo to try to do something, but they just have no idea where the rest of the squad is. They're making their last stand very, very soon. We see a teleport coming in on the backside for Breathe. Breathe is very quickly going to get spotted. He goes right on top of Knight, but he gets blown up himself. The Tempered Fate's not going to be able to save him. They do get a double stun off of Bin. Gets onto Light. Arcane Storm's huge. BLG run over Weibo. The third game could have been an email, and they will actually put one away in a reasonable amount of time with a reasonable pace. Looking like the BLG that we saw after game 1 versus AL last time out. 25 kills to 7 in a 30-minute game. Rude, your thoughts now that this game has now ended?
This game literally broke my desktop app. Discord just decided to turn off. I still can't see it. Can you hear me? Am I good?
I can hear you, don't worry.